Hello everyone. In the previous video, we integrated Reddit's API with our AI agent that enabled us to get some news, some articles from Reddit's different subreddits based on the information that we requested. Before that, we've integrated all these other tools with our AI agent. So what we've seen so far is how to get information from other sources. But in the real world, in a lot of cases, our AI agent will only be useful to us if it is able to export the generated information outside our AI agent's ecosystem. So in this video, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take our responses generated by the AI agent and we are going to figure out a way on how to export this as a PDF file and go and store it in the downloads folder of our desktop or laptop. Alright, that's what we are here for. And we're going to use a simple library for it. The tricky part is to make our AI agent actually do this work. So that's what we're going to go over. I've already written the code as you've seen me do in the previous videos. I'll go through it, and without further ado, let's get to it. So the basic requirement that we need over here is in our requirements file. We simply add one more library to it, fpdf2, that is going to be used to generate our PDF, and that will not save our PDF to our device, that will only generate it. Alright, so you already know how to install this. I went over it in the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video or the videos before it where I built this agent from scratch, I suggest you do so. That will make things a lot more easier to understand for this video. Now, to install this, you simply have to run this command pip install -r requirements.txt. This will take all these libraries and install them. For me, they are already installed, so it will run very fast. For you, it may take a bit of time. Again, discussed this in the previous video, not going to spend too much time on it. We will go over to our AI agent straight away and discuss the changes that we have made to store our PDF file on our device. So we start off by importing two very simple libraries. First is the IO library for input output. Second is, of course, the fpdf library that we have just installed in using this command. All right. Now, what we're going to do next is go over two functions. First is this generate PDF function that will take some text content. By text content, I mean the content that is generated by our AI agent wherever it's telling us some response. This will be sent to it as an input and it will give us some binary parts of a PDF file as an output so that the function save text as PDF can then proceed to save it. How do they work? Let's see. I'll start with save text as PDF for now. So our content to save, this will be given by the LLM, by the AI agent, and the file name, which can be input by us or determined by the AI agent itself. That is basically what is taken as an input. We can ignore this tool context part. This is what we have over here. Alright, and it will simply return whether the operation was successful, and it will give some statement as an output or an error message. So if we do not have any content to save, it will throw an error, just a fallback in case the content does not go through the parameters of this function. Next, we will again just add a bit of handling that if our file name does not have .pdf at the end, we will add that ourselves and then move forward. Then we will get the PDF bytes from our function generate PDF, which will take the content to be saved as an input. Now, what does this function do? We have already written it, so let's expand that. Now I will initialize the fpdf class over here with my font size, and any other customizations that I may need. You can refer to the fpdf's documentation for that. Won't go over it in detail. I've just put in the bare minimum information that I need to get a PDF document. What I'm going to do next is split all of my content into different lines. Whatever is the content sent by my LLM, if I can split it into different lines, this line of code will take care of it. For every line, I will just do a bit of formatting and set its alignment and everything. Just a bit of formatting again to make it a little more readable. Next, I will simply save this PDF to my byte buffer, and that's simply all that this is doing. And this is just, I'm using the the snippets given in the documentation to get this part out. I haven't written any of it myself, and I firmly believe that the documentation has all the things that you need to build an application. Every library's documentation has it, so just refer to it. Otherwise you can just try this out to start off with. So it will simply put all of my contents, the PDF content, inside a byte buffer and return that. So we'll go back to our function save text as PDF, where our buffer's information has been stored in this variable now, PDF bytes. What I do next is simply write this file's content into my downloads folder. This is the path to my downloads folder. It's in my C drive. And the file name, okay, this file name was given as a parameter over here, right? So that will be written inside my downloads folder now, using the f.write function, the dot write function to be specific. This is the alias I've used over here, and I will return success if everything goes well. And if I have an error, it will throw an error in case the file is not able to save properly. Now, how do we test this out? As we have been doing in all of these videos, we will turn on ADK. We'll run the ADK web command. But before we go over to the UI to see exactly how it works, I have made some more changes to my root agent. So I've just added one line that it can also save information as PDF, just so that it has a bit more context, but that's the description. The main part comes in the instruction portion of it. So I've just refined the language of the previous tools, refined the instructions of the previous tools just to make it a little more readable, a bit more understandable for the LLM. I have added a couple of more lines now, that if the user asks to save any information as PDF, it can basically suggest a file name or take in the input, and basically that's all it's doing. We'll see that in action in a second. Now, this information is what we wrote previously. This is nothing new. And this is from the Reddit video, so you can check that out. And lastly, as we've been doing for every single tool, we added to our list of available tools. All right. So now our application is available at port 8000. So let's go over and refresh this. You can close these other tabs. These are again from the previous video. Now, what is the weather in Tokyo? Save the response as a PDF file. Or let's make the AI agent work a little bit. Let's give it the file name right here. Now the AI agent has to figure it out by itself that, okay, the user wants to save it as a PDF file by starting the extension in my prompt. And then let's see what it gives us. So it calls the getWeather function. It's as expected. To get the weather, you will need it. So it is now asking me, do you want me to save this information as a PDF file name document.pdf? So it figured it out, and I will simply reply yes. And let's see what it does. Save text as PDF. And it tells me that it has saved the weather information as document.pdf in the downloads folder. Now, has this actually worked? Okay. So the time right now is 18:55 on my laptop. I don't know if you can see this over here. And that's basically when this file has been generated, 18:55. So let's open this up. And it tells me that the weather in Tokyo is whatever it is, and the response is as good as it can be. But I want to make it do a little more work. I go back here, give me a news article from Reddit about technology. So it should give me a news article from Reddit as it did in the previous video. I've been mentioning the previous video a lot. It's because I'm just using what we built previously and expanding on it, extending it further and further. So it gets the news. This should work. We made this work again. What I want to do is save it in a form of PDF in this video. So let's get the news and then write our next prompt. Save this as a PDF file. So it's giving me some news articles, and okay, it has already asked me to save it as a PDF file. It's basically prompting me instead of me prompting it, so it's pretty smart, as you can see. So let's give it news.pdf as the name. and let's see how well it does. Oh, they removed this episode from Netflix. I heard about this. Pretty shocking, if I may say so, because it was quite an innovative approach. Just talking about it while a document is being generated. Okay, so it encountered an error. It encountered an error, and the trademark character is not supported. So let's just remove the character for now. Where is this trademark character being used though? Let's see. Must be maybe in the content of one of the articles. That's fine. We want to, well, not use it. Okay, it has encountered more characters now. Let's just ask it to replace these characters with blank string. And that's okay. It may need a bit of prompting here and there to refine the results. And this, you can actually avoid this by adding all of these conditions in the instructions of the root agent itself. That if you encounter such characters, just replace it with a blank string or whatever you want to replace it with, and you can do that. But right now it's fine. We're just testing it out. So it's replaced it, and our news.pdf file should be available, and it is 3 minutes after, and so it's live as you can see. And over here, it's basically given us all the posts from the different subreddits. Alright, it does the links and everything, and that is pretty good. I see all the content over here. Let's try to open one of the links. Alright, the links work too. So the data is over here, pretty decent, and it all seems good enough. That's pretty much what I'm looking for over here. What you may also encounter is that formatting in such a case may not be as good as you want it to be, but you can just play around with it, try to improve it on your own. For this video, I just want to export it in the form of PDF, and we have achieved that. That's good. In the next video, we'll try some more things, more interesting stuff that maybe you can use in a real world use case. So stay tuned and follow for more.